Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy TKO Barber. Merry Christmas and welcome to my channel. I know y'all with y'all family for the holidays, so I'm not gonna hold y'all for too long today. I'm really just here to show y'all how to do a tried and true, easy mid-ball fade, man. I'm gonna be fading down, nothing off the top, no enhancements, none of that. So look, man, make sure you subscribe and spam that like button, man. I need all the engagement. You already know how it goes. But yeah, let's get to this cut. I'm gonna see y'all in a minute. Alright, so you already know, the first thing you always want to do is brush or comb that hair down so that you get a nice clean canvas before you start your cut. Alright y'all, so I'm starting off this cut with my 1.5 guard and I'm taking it straight up to the parietal ridge. I'm going to stop right there, make sure I get everything nice and even on both sides. As you can see, I'm just going straight up with the heel of my guard. And it's gonna be a guideline, but I'm trying to make it not as harsh for when we come behind later and do our clipper over comb. So now I'm coming behind with my 1 guard open and I'm making my next, I wouldn't say guideline because we're fading down, but I would say, you know, just blending this into that 1.5 guard, man, just making for an easy transition. I'm basically just leaving the lever open for this point of the haircut. I'm not dropping that notch at all because we still got to come behind and blend everything in with our 1/2 guard or our 0.5 guard, whatever one you want to call it. So now I'm dropping straight down to my lever open and we're going to start working on this next part of the blend. Now keep in mind this will leave a guideline. We're going to have to come behind, like I said, and blend that out with our 0.5 guard. But you still want to try to make it as light as possible, man, just to leave less work for you to do when you come back behind it. So when you fade down, you basically have a lot more control over the shape of the blend. So I wouldn't say I'm going up 1 inch or 1/2 inch. I'm basically just taking that blade and just going up to that next line of hair, and that's where I stop at. Now I'm gonna take my 1/2 guard and I'm just flicking out, removing any lines and dark spots left behind that lever open and that 1 guard. So I'm basically just using the corner of my blade to remove all those dark spots. I'm really not going up, I'm just flicking out with the corner. And if you look at my thumb, you'll see that I'm opening and closing that lever as need be to make for the perfect blend. Don't be afraid to go up into that area where you did your 1.5 guard and blend all that in as well, man. This 1/2 guard is designed to, fade all that in together and make it pop perfectly. Now I'm coming in with my wall balding clipper, and I still want to keep this fade kind of low, so I'm leaving it down there. But we're just basically just cleaning up all this hair and getting it prepared to come in behind with our lever closed. Alright, so now we're going to start flicking at that line with the lever closed, and as we go up, we're going to open up that lever a little bit more until we get all the way up to lever open. And once again, you want to make sure you're using the corner of that blade instead of the whole blade, man. If you just use the corner, it acts as a thinning shear, and you can fine tune exactly what spots you want to hit. And though, yeah, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe and spam that like button, man. That way I know that y'all interested and I can keep on pumping out this dope content for y'all. Hopefully y'all paying attention, y'all learning something. Because as you can see, man, in this video, we're down to about 4 minutes. In real time, this fade really only took 15 minutes, man. So it does definitely speed up your time. So same thing over here. We just attacking that line, starting at the bottom, and opening up that lever as we go higher. And don't worry about going into the, that one guard open area. We still got to come behind with our 1/2 guard or 0.5 guard and still clean up and do some detail work. Now I'm just coming behind with my 1 guard, and I'm just adjusting that lever, opening and close it where need be to get out all those dark spots and bring this whole blend together. And like I said before, it is imperative that you use the corner of that blade, or else you're just gonna make your job a lot more harder and this fade is gonna take more time. Now this client didn't want any beard work done, but you gotta remember, man, as a barber, each client is a walking billboard for you, man. So it really don't make no sense to do a dope fade, but then you leave a blocky, choppy sideburn, man. Just go ahead and take the extra 2 minutes and blend that in. So now I'm gonna come through and do some clipper over comb to blend in the side of that fade with the parietal ridge area. Now I hear a lot of barbers saying that they bring their comb out to a 45-degree angle, but I don't think that's really the rule of thumb, man. I think that changes for each client. So with this client, I'm basically just taking it straight up to where it needs to be and blend in the side of that hair, man. That's really it. Not too much work here. Now the good thing about this clipper over comb technique is that it helps keep that crown nice and dark, you know, and it stops you from taking your fade up too high in the back. So yeah, man, for all you newer barbers out there, man, you want to make sure you invest in a good flat top comb, man, because it really makes a difference when you're doing your clipper over comb. So now I'm gonna start attacking this lineup, and as always, I start in the middle of his head and I look at both sides. Whatever side naturally sits higher, that's the side I attack first. And you just wanna tap and go, tap and go. You don't wanna really drag the skin too much or, you know, try to push his lineup back. That's how they end up getting cuts and scrapes and scars and burns. And no, that's just not a good look for you as a barber, man. So when you're hitting these horizontal lines, the rule of thumb is to make sure you keep it lined up with the end of his eyebrow. Anything past that is a pushback. Same here with the C curve, man. Just keep it as natural as possible and just connect it to that beard, man. That's it. All right, now I'm gonna start on the other side of this lineup. And the goal here is just to connect this side with the side that you already have created. That's why it's best to start on the side that naturally sits higher, because if you start on the side that's lower, it's just gonna give you more work, and that's how you end up pushing somebody's hairline back. I'm gonna have a future beard tutorial coming for y'all soon, but just notice right here how I'm just using the corner of that blade to connect the sides of that C curve and that beard. So now I'm coming behind with my Slimline Pro Li, and I'm just cleaning up the back of his neck and his ears, just removing any loose hair that may be down there, man. I also saw a little dark spot back here, so I'm just gonna come behind and clean it up with my lever open and just follow it up with my 0 guard. All right, YouTube, so that's the cut. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe, and also leave a comment down below, man, and let me know what y'all think about this. But y'all have a Merry Christmas, and I'll see y'all next week.